Alright, what's up guys? This is Logan from Tripp YouTube channel. I'm definitely, I think I've got the second best time in the world here. I just broke a new PB yesterday. So yeah, I'm going to be trying to break that and get some nice record attempts while talking about this kind of general tactics for each level. 1-1, there's just a ton of staircases that you can get stuck on and lose a ton of times. So you've got to be careful for those. But other than that, it's not too pretty intuitive. And that's gonna be a 0-0. Okay, 9-8. Let's go. That's pretty rare time. And this is where I'd like to bring up the probably the primary rule of Kid Tripp. Just always run down hills and always jump up hills. Running downhill gives you a boost, you save a decent amount of time. Jumping up hills cuts down the slowdown time that Kid Tripp gets when running up a hill. One three. There haven't been any improvements made on this level in like a year. We're just stuck at 7-8. It's a grind. I've spent a lot of time trying to shave off any amount of time, but it's always 7-8. Make sure to run down that hill instead of bouncing off the frog. Saves you 0.2. Try to hang on to that hill if you can. That will get you a 5-8, but I kind of wimped out there. Make sure to run down that entire hill instead of bouncing off the bird or the crab. And shoot that, and you'll get a 0.6. One 5 is a bit trickier. There's what I like to call a platform zip here, where if you just time your jump onto the platform, you'll see kind of a little boost with since the platform gives Kid Tripp some horizontal momentum. It does improve the time a lot. Takes this run from a 0.75 to a 0.67. But the 0.67 zip is pretty hard to execute. My boy NEED gets it all the time, but I still haven't been able to figure it out. I usually get 0.7s. The key to 2-1 is just to stick on these ledges as long as possible. You got to try and hang on there for as long as possible and hang on there for as long as possible. It's risky, but it will get you that 0.3. Sometimes you get a 0.28, 0.27, but it's just how you improve times. Just follow the general rules. If you don't die in a run, if you don't get stuck on any stairs, if you don't stall, you'll be in business. You'll be getting some low 552s. $15.37. Standard. The best is 15.33, but we haven't found a way to beat that in years. I don't remember how we got that. Careful on this staircase. It's very easy to get stuck and lose a couple precious tenths of a second. And clear that out. Standard 0.7. The usual, jump up the hills, run down the hills. Make sure to run down that hill, save you 0.2 instead of bouncing off of that snail. 0.07, not the best. Sometimes you end up with 0.02s out of that even. This level's pretty simple. You just bounce off stuff, hold on to the rails as long as you can, and you'll get probably a 9.5 or lower. And that's a 9.7. Exposing myself out here. And on to the second half of the game. There's another platform zip right there. It'll take you from a 0.1, a 16.1, all the way down to as low as 16.02. Another one of those ones where you should stay on that hill right before that snowball earlier, but hard to do. But it does save you a nice 0.02. Just jump up that hill, and we're good. 18.00. Very, very standard. That's a 50-50, just jump, because sometimes you'll hit the monkey and sometimes you'll hit the coconut. So if you stay on the ground, the coconut will hit you, and if you jump, the monkey will hit you, so you kind of have to do an awkward short hop. But other than that, you get an 18.72 most of the time. Here comes the longest level in the game. But for being the longest level in the game, it is incredibly forgettable. It's nothing too much to it. But we are coming up to the most polarizing level in the game, literally. It pretty much determines whether it's a good run or a bad run, 3-5. Also the most difficult in the game. There's a very specific route that we've determined is the fastest, and that's what I'll be showing off here, but I'm going to be quiet. So yeah, you just want to stay on the ice as long as possible. 15.7s are possible. That's why it's so polarizing, because of how weird the ice is. But yeah, it's just a difficult level overall. Heading into the last world, make sure to shoot that snail and run down the hill. Difficult jump there, you pretty much have to barely tap the A button. And that doesn't matter if you take the spring or not there. And you'll get your 3-3. And into 4-2. This one has some difficult jumps. This right here it's easy to get stuck on those stairs. It's easy to get hit by those. And we're coming through in a decent time. 16.1. Okay, never mind. Usually 0.5, 0.3s are pretty standard. It's because I didn't run down the first hill. This one, it's kind of another hang on the ledge level. Be careful not to jump too late on that. You'll get hit by the fire bar. And that staircase gets me so many times. So you just have to time your jump just early enough to not get stuck on it when jumping, and also just late enough to not fall into the lava. Here's 4-4. What determines your times is where you're at on the balloons. If you're further to the right on the balloons, you're going to get a faster time. I kind of played it safe there and lost some time. You can get a 0.43 if you're like barely tapping the last pixel of the balloons. But that's very risky, and I'm just trying to... I'm pretty sure I'm on PR pace, so... Last level of the game, it's a long level, but this part is just incredibly easy. It's just timing A button presses. And there it is. There's the run. 20.62, standard time. And I don't know if that's a PR or not, but we will have to see. I will let the credits roll. Get to see all 5 people that worked on this game, and a little teaser for the next possible Kid Tripp 2. I was joking. It would actually be super funny if there were only 5 people that worked on this game. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? So I got a phone call, of course. I should have put my phone on Do Not Disturb. But this is the credits for my run, and this sucks because that might have been a new best. And no, it's not anyway. But so yeah, just a solid time. And sorry for the splice there. I record on my caveman iPhone, and I literally got a phone call as I was recording the very end of the game. But obviously, if you add up all the times that I got and had recorded, you will get to 552.25. So yeah, thanks for watching. I hope the tips were a little bit were a bit meaningful. Improvements that I could have made. 4-4 was a rough one, and 3-5. 3-5 is always, it's just, you can always save time on that, and that's pretty much what makes or breaks the run. So yeah, thanks for watching.